Alrighty, hello and welcome back to another episode here on our Minecraft survival series. It is good to be back. I know it has been a bit of a long time, and hey, if you're still watching this, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. We have continued development on our survival world while there has been a bit of a break recently, and I know that for a regular survival Minecraft series, this is perhaps it's too long in between episodes, but to be honest, I am just trying to do the best that I can to have fun and not walk away entirely. So we have continued to keep the work going inside of our house, starting right here with this room, which is a giant, massive cactus farm that is built in between the walls in this one room in our house. Downstairs, I have this room that now collects all of the cactus into these chests and slowly starts building up just because it took so long to build a cactus farm. It's not pretty, it's not perfect, but it does the job for now. So we now have an iron farm, a cactus farm, a slime farm, and a few other farms kind of going on in the background. But the main thing that I've been working on in between episodes is actually our giant retaining wall project. Now that has continued to go on out back over there for the last couple of months. And the best way that I thought I could show you guys that is just in another time lapse where we can get a view of this whole section of the map. So why don't you sit back and enjoy this for the next couple of minutes. you can probably tell, this has been a massive project that we have been working on, preparing this section of the mountain over here. Tons of new retaining walls coming up all around, making this incredibly large build. And so this is what's been taking up most of my time for the last 4 months. And I think that's probably why I've been struggling to upload recently, is because I really like to show the progress that I've been made in larger chunks. Now, I know I could make smaller episodes, and I may do that in the future as well, but I do enjoy the time-lapse portion of working on builds and just putting out a video every once in a while. But recently, as you know, I've kind of been struggling to put out different content. And so I did put out a little short, just saying that, hey, look, I've been struggling a little bit to upload, and I recognize that. So there is a new video coming soon, and that is, in fact, this video. And because of that video, we managed to hit 400 subscribers, which is genuinely super amazing, and I am so thankful for that. Thank you guys for continuing to support this channel, even with the inactivity that has been going on. I super appreciate it that you guys continue to watch and support and be around. And so to recognize that 400, I just want to make a special monument right here in our world to recognize that huge achievement. So thank you all once again for getting us to 400 subscribers. That is a huge milestone. Now, there is one more thing that I want to do before we kind of end off this episode and talk about the big thing, and that is updating these maps right here. I think that it is due time, with all of the progress that we made, to make a new edition of this map and see kind of what our progress looks like, especially around this mountain, because I know this area looks drastically different than it did at this map. And I think the rest of this map will probably look pretty similar, but I'm really excited to see this corner in particular. So let's just quickly do that now. Okay, so I haven't locked these maps down yet, just in case there is some errors or if anything I missed, but let's just go ahead and try putting this on the wall and see what we're looking at here. And there it is. The lighting's not so great, but you can kind of get an idea of, wow, look at the difference between this one and this one, especially up in this upper corner where the roads are, obviously the big yellow section. And if you notice here, these clearing of these trees out as well. And even down here, I noticed that that was a big difference as well. But I'm thinking maybe I need to make a better spot for these. Maybe I'll put them all along a hallway somewhere or something like that. But this is looking pretty good. So I think I'm going to lock down this map, and then we'll kind of have a permanent record of what it looked like at this point in time, which that is pretty sick if you ask me. So that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. The one big thing that I was talking about that I hadn't quite mentioned yet is that the server has now actually been updated to 1.21.6, which is super exciting, except for the fact that the server also is doing a big reset, which means this whole world is going to go away. So I actually got the world download and brought it over to my single player world, and we are now on 1.21.4 single player. So unfortunately, that means there will be no more friends joining us on this world ever again. And we can go back to the multiplayer server and continue our building and start fresh there with other friends, which I want to do, But I'm not quite ready to say goodbye to this world yet. To be honest, there's been a lot of progress that has been going into this, and I kind of have grown attached to it. There's still a lot more things that I want to do, and it's not quite finished. I've just been terraforming this mountain without any real purpose as to why yet, and I would really like to do some building on it. I feel like these trees added a nice little touch to kind of make it feel more full, and you can see there's a bridge idea that I have coming off here. I want the bridge to come all the way over here and connect into this flat land. If you remember way back at the beginning, over there is where we used to have a village that we tore down in one of the first episodes on this series. Down there is our little starter house, and this has been the world that brought us all the way from 0 subscribers now up to 400, which you can't quite see over there. But this giant house project has been one that I've been working on for over a year now, and so we very well could switch on to the multiplayer server and play along with some other people, but I don't think this world is going to end anytime soon. I know there's been a big trend around these forever worlds recently, and whether this is that or not, all I know is that this world has a special place in my heart, and so for a while we'll continue to stay here, and maybe we'll throw in some other things in the mix as well. Let me know if there's different kinds of content that you want to see, if you would rather keep going on this world or start fresh. But either way, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.